pleased to welcome the first speaker of today. And I'm very glad to welcome Ms. Anca Păduraru, Political Rapporteur and Interim Head of the Political Department, European Commission Representation in Romania.
Good morning, thank you very much. I'm very, very happy to be here, and also the European Commission representation in Romania is honored to be present at this event as a partner. The 12th edition of the Global Forum on Modern Direct Democracy is a super important event. And we are happy to open this event and the discussions about the engagement for democracy. So my first idea that I'm putting out there is to reflect on democracy. So reflect on the concept of democracy, think about what democracy is. Democracy comes from Greek demos, which means people, and kratia, which means power or rule. So it means power of the people or power to the people. And thinking about this, in a healthy and thriving democracy, normally citizens can freely express their views, choose their political leaders, and have a say in their future. Now probably you think that this is common sense and that this is normal. But for the generation of our parents, and even for my generation, because I was 6 when the communism was over, this was not the case. And I still remember my parents listening to Radio Free Europe, for example, and risking to a prison sentence, for example, and having to queue for bread or milk. And also, for millions that are still deprived of their civil and political rights worldwide, democracy should not be taken for granted. So in the European Union, the democracy equally faces challenges. It's not only in the countries that I mentioned, or in communist countries, or countries that are facing war, but also in the European Union, the democracy faces some challenges. I'm talking about the rising extremism, for example, election interference, the spread of disinformation, for example, and the threats against journalists. And since I'm mentioning journalists, I would like to talk about the media, for example, because media is an important democracy watchdog. And freedom of media is an important indicator of the state of democracy in one country. And talking about Eurobarometers, one of our recent Eurobarometers shows that in the European Union, about 47% of citizens are very satisfied or somewhat satisfied with the state of democracy. It might sound quite a good proportion, but if you look at individual countries, the range is very different. You have Bulgaria, where people are only at 26% satisfied with this democracy, while in Denmark, for example, 79% are satisfied with the level of democracy in their country. So at the European Commission, we pay attention to this, and we acknowledge that the work to ensure a strong democracy needs to be done basically on a daily basis, not only during the periods of 2 elections or before the two rounds of elections. And this is why the European Commission, led by Ursula von der Leyen, took comprehensive measures to defend the democracy. And this was done under one of the 6 priorities of the Commission called A New Push for Democracy. My colleague yesterday mentioned the measures, so I will not recall all the measures that we took during the previous mandate, but nevertheless I would like to mention a few of them. namely the European Democracy Action Plan that was adopted in 2020. And this was aimed to promote free and fair elections, to strengthen media freedom, and to counter disinformation. This plan was complemented with another package that was adopted in December, which is called Defense of Democracy Package. And this also includes recommendations to promote the participation of citizens and civil society organizations in policy making. So these are only the last measures that we took to defend the democracy. Now I would like to refer to our European elections, because soon, in less than 1 month, 450 million Europeans are called to vote, and I would like to underline that these are among the largest democratic elections by number of eligible voters on the globe. Only in Romania, a recent survey shows that about 74 young first-time voters intend to vote. This is impressive because they intend to vote both in European elections as well on the national level. This was not necessarily the case in last elections. So we really hope that this reflects the reality, and we hope that the young generation will express its democratic views. So this is why today I'm here to encourage you, the young generation, to present and express your views and be involved as much as possible in the construction of the democratic future. Be it at local level, in the communities, at national level, at international level, through your vote or active involvement in policy-making processes. You can simply express your views on social media, you can be part of a students' association. What is important is for you to defend democracy and to get involved. We aim to empower you, encouraging your involvement in making basically your hopes and your dreams and your concerns heard. Because we think that together we can build a better and more sustainable democratic Europe for all. We must defend our democracy. At least this is what we hope and we want to do. We must defend it for the ones that seek to undermine it. We must nurture it and take care of it every day. We must protect it from external threats, and we must protect it from the vices that erode it from within. We must do this every single day, starting today. And on this note, I wish you a meaningful and enriching democratic debate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Anca, for your optimistic and encouraging speech. Indeed, the numbers are really bringing us energy and determination. We still have a couple of weeks left, but we really hope to see that high turnout as much as possible transformed into reality at the ballots.